Okay, hi boys and girls. Now it's our math time. And we're just going to carry on one more day of practicing our takeaways. Because takeaway is tricky because you have to count backwards. And it's harder to count backwards than it is to count forwards. So I thought it would be a good idea for us to warm up counting backwards from 20. I'll say the check mark numbers and you say the number in between. Ready? 20, 18, 16, 14, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, blast off. Good job. Now you say the checkmark numbers and I'll say the number in between. Ready? 19, 17, 15, 13, 11, 9, 7, 5, 3, 1, blast off. Okay, so we warmed up our brains a little counting backwards. Now we're going to do these missing number questions. So the question says 12 take away something equals 5. So they've actually already given us the answer. They want us to have 5 circles left over when we're done taking away. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to circle 5 circles to make sure I have that many left over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what I have to have left over. Okay, and it says cross off circles to find and record the missing numbers in each equation. So I'm to have 5 left over. So I've circled those. Let's see how many I need to cross off so that I have 5 left over. Let's count and cross off at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so that's the number I'm to cross off if I'm going to end up with 5 left over. So the question is 12 take away 7 that I crossed off. Can you see that? Equals 5 left over. We should have double checked really and made sure that there were actually 12 circles. Let's count all the circles together. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so there were 12 definitely. We circled 5 because that's how many we wanted to have left over. We circled 5 and then we crossed off what we didn't need and we counted as we crossed off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I cross off 7, which means I'm taking away 7 so that I have 5 left. 12 take away 7 equals 5. Does that make sense, grade 1? The next question says 14 take away something equals 8. Okay, let's check and make sure that there are actually 14 circles. And you know what? They're set up in groups of 2, so I'm going to count by 2s. Will you do that with me? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Zoe, shh. Mommy's teaching the boys and girls. Okay, let's count again by 2s. Ready? 2, 4. Mr. Card, can you get Zoe? Let's try that again. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So definitely for sure we have 14 circles. We have to take some away. We don't know how many yet, so that when we're finished, we still have 8 left. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to count 8 circles and circle those to make sure that I have those left over. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need one more and it makes 8. So I'm going to put a big circle around all of these because that's what I want to have left over. Okay, now I can start counting and crossing off to figure out how many I'm taking away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm starting with 14 circles. I'm taking away 6 so that I have 8 left over. Does that make sense, grade 1? And the last question is 11 take away something equals 3. Okay? So that means I must have 11 circles. Let's count them and make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I definitely have 11 circles, and I'm to take away some. We don't know how many yet, so that I end up with 3 left over. So I'm going to put a big circle around 3. And then I'm going to start counting and crossing off to figure out how many I need to take away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I'm up to my 3 that I circled. So I started with 11. I crossed and counted. I counted off and crossed off 8, which leaves me with 3. 11 take away 8 equals 3. Okay, so that's how you do those missing number takeaway questions. But for your math today, you are going to be doing missing addends. Okay? Which I think is actually easier than doing missing takeaway questions. Because all you have to do is count on. Okay? So the first question, let's do a few together. So this question is 8 plus something equals 19. So this question means I'm starting with 8. And so I have to tap my head and say that number, 8. And I have to count on till I get to 19. That's my stop sign. Okay? And however many I count on is how many I need to add to 8 so that I get to 19. Okay? What are you talking about, Mrs. Card? Watch me. I'm going to tap my head and say 8. And then I'm going to draw little, you know what? I'm going to make tally marks. So I'm going to go 8. And remember, my stop sign is 19. Okay? So 8 in my head, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And look at how super easy it is to count what the missing number is. 5, 10, and one more makes 11. 8 plus 11 equals 19. I like the idea of tally marks. Let's do that for the next one. So something plus 6 equals 12. Maybe you already know that. I'm going to give you a hint. It's a doubles question in the 12 family. Okay, if you're not sure, that's okay. We're going to tap our heads and say 6. 6 is in my head, and I'm going to count on until I get to 12. That's my stop sign. And I'm going to use my tally marks to help me count on. Starting with 6 in my head. Tap your head and say 6. 6. Now count on. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Look at that. How many tally marks is that? 5 and 1 makes 6. Because 6 plus 6 equals 12. See that? 6 plus 6 equals 12. Okay, let's try the next one. 10 plus something equals 14. Do you know how to do it? There's different ways you can do it. You can just know it, like mental math. You can do what we're doing, what we've already done, which is tally marks. Or, another way you can do it is take away the number they give you from the sum. So it's like you're reversing the question. So it would be like saying, well, hey, what's 14 take away 10? Do you know that? 14 take away 10? 14 take away the 10 that they give you is how much? 4. And you say, I don't know how you got that, Mrs. Card. I'll help you. Okay? Tap 10. Put that in your head. Okay, and we're going to count on till we get to our stop sign, 14. Okay, so I'm tapping my head. I'm saying 10. And then I'm going to do tally marks until I get to 14. 10 in my head, 11, 12, 13, 14. Look at that. How many tally marks did I draw? 4. That's because 10 plus 4 equals 14. Okay? All right, now the next question says something plus 11 equals 17. Okay, I can do it different ways. I can take 17 and subtract 11. You could get 17 Cheerios and eat 11 of them, and that will tell you what you need to add to 11 to make 17. You could do that. Or you could use tally marks like Mrs. Card's been doing. And all I do is I tap the other number and put it in my head, 11. Then I count on with my tally marks. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Don't forget, 17 is my stop sign. Okay, so how many tally marks did I draw? 5 and 1 more makes 6. Because 6 plus 11 equals 17. Good work. Okay, let's do another one. 14 plus something equals 15. Oh, I kind of think we can do that in our head. We have 14 already. How many more do we need to get to 15? Do you know it? Just one more. That's easy. We didn't even have to really practice that. Now, what's another way that you could do it? Well, you could start with 15. That's the stop sign. Take away 14, the number they give you. And that tells you the missing number, doesn't it? Same with the next question. Something plus 5 equals 11. Okay, how can I do this? Well, I can start with a stop sign, 11. Take away the 5 that they give me. Okay, and that will tell me what's missing here. Maybe you already know. Or you can do what we've been practicing. Put 5 in your head, tap your head and say 5, and then count on till you get to stop sign 11. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And how many tally marks did you draw? 5 and 1 more makes 6. That's because 6 plus 5 equals 11. Okay? Now, if that is tricky for you, get Cheerios, get lots of Cheerios, get Hot Wheels, get Lego, whatever you need to help you figure out what the missing number is. Okay, you just have to remember that this is how many blocks you're going to be, or whatever you're using, that's what you're going to be starting with. Okay? And then you can take away the other number, so that's one way to do it. Or you can count on from the number that they give you and do tally marks. Okay? So let me show the other way to do it. So this is what Mrs. Card's talking about. Let's say you want to use Cheerios to figure out the missing number in this question. 13 plus something equals 18. Okay? If you want to use Cheerios, you're going to need 18. So I'm going to draw 18 dots as if they're Cheerios. So that's 10. That's like a 10 frame. And then I need another row of 5. And 3 more. So 5, 10, 15, and 3 makes 18. 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. Then I'm going to cross off 13. So that's a group of 10. 5, 10, and 3 more. Look at that. And there's my answer right there. 5. 13 plus 5 equals 18. So that's another way that you can do it. Start with what you have as the answer and then take away the number that they give you, and that will tell you the missing number. Okay, I bet you can do this one in your head. Something plus 10 equals 20. If I have 20 Cheerios and I eat 10 of them, how many do I still have? 10, because 10 plus 10 is 20. How'd you get that, Mrs. Card? Well, different ways. Count out 20 Cheerios, eat 10 of them, and you should have 10 left. Or do your tally marks. Tap 10, because that's the number they give you, and put it in your head. And then count on till you get to 20. That's your stop sign. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. See, I drew 2 groups of tally marks, which is 10. 10 plus 10 equals 20. Okay, give that a try, boys and girls. That's a lot of missing add-in questions, but I've done a lot of the one side with you. Okay, and then you have the ice cream cones. How do you do that? It's exactly the same. Okay, start with the big number, 12. Take away the little number, 12 take away 5, and that will tell you the missing number. Okay, 12 take away 5 is what? I don't know, Mrs. Card. Okay, let's draw 12 dots. 5, 10, 11, 12. Take away 5. I'm going to cross off a row. What am I left with? 5, 6, 7. So the missing number is 7. 5 plus 7 equals 12. Okay. 9 plus something equals 15. Different ways to do it. I can do 15, take away 9, and draw 15 dots like I did over here. Okay. Or I can count on, starting at 9 up to 15. That's my stop sign. Okay. So 9 goes in my head, 9, and then I tap and count on. 9, tap my head, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So how many tally marks did I draw? 6. That's because 9 plus 6 equals 15. Okay, that's how you do that paper, boys and girls. All right, now if you have any questions, you can email me. Get mommy to email, okay? Bye-bye.